Howdy. Welcome back to Y'all Hate Sports Part 18, Cowboy fans. The great state of Texas, where everything is bigger. Going over in New York fans made me realize that a lot of these states are way too big to be tackling one general area of the state. I'd rather go to specific parts and specific fan bases. And this week, it's for you, Dallas Cowboy fans. A team that's reputation precedes itself. I quite literally don't have much else to say for the other two, or in this case three, Dallas teams in that city, in the Mavericks, Stars, and Wings. I only cover the four major North American sports anyway, so for the Mavericks and Stars, those are two respectable teams that found success in their own ways. But most importantly, both teams have fan bases that won't scream in your face every offseason that this year is our year. To understand why Cowboy fans are the way they are, I guess we have to go back to the last time they won a Super Bowl, 1996. Bill Clinton was president, the first mobile flip phone just went on sale, Israel actually freed Palestinian prisoners, and Troy Aikman and the Dallas Cowboys just defeated Bill Cowher's Steelers to win the 5th Super Bowl in Cowboys franchise history. And this team was stacked full of talented players with charisma attached to them. The playmaker, Michael Irvin. Catch-22, Emmitt Smith. Prime time, Deion Sanders. And a lot of kids and young adults' eyes, the Dallas Cowboys truly were America's team. And nostalgia is one hell of a drug. People can never let go of something that once gave them joy, especially when they were younger. Envy and downright jealousy come with nostalgia. And what transpired after 1996, where Cowboy fans set a purgatory standard that they cannot crack to this very day. Ever since that championship that was now 28 years ago, those kids are adults with families now, feeding their kids lies about how special their team is now. Those young adults are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s now, putting their hands in their jean shorts when their favorite team disappoints them again. Let me put it more into perspective for you. In the time the Cowboys last won a Super Bowl, the iPhone was created and has gone through 15 generations. Bill Clinton has now been casted in a Call of Duty game. We've ran through every generation of Xbox and PlayStation. The average NFL player is 26 years old now. Dirk blessed this city with the one championship they have back in 2011, which was now 13 years ago. Google was invented. AI was invented. 322 Disney movies have been released worldwide. I was born and I'm 24 years old. My brother was born and he's 22 years old. Bronny James was born, got resurrected, and is about to enter the NBA draft and potentially play with his father LeBron, who has almost matched the same number of rings the Cowboys have in their 60 plus years of existence. And yet 98% of these fans will still look me dead in my eye and millions of other people's eyes and tell me that the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl every single offseason. And they will tell that same lie to their kids, who unfortunately will tell that to their kids. It is a nasty, vicious, hereditary cycle. But no, that's not even the worst part. I haven't even gotten to your stupid owner yet. Your racist, bigoted, pasty, unedited Google Doc of an owner, Jerry Jones. A man that can't seem to figure out that it's simply time to pass the torch. To pass the torch to his geeky garlic goblin of a son, Steven. I like to think that there was a time where people actually took Jerry Jones seriously. A time where he had the NFL by the balls and teams actually paid attention to his every move to help the Cowboys succeed. But newsflash, Jerry, and any Cowboy fan watching this video, but teams have not feared you in years. Teams laugh at you now when you want to be taken as a credible threat. Legacy players that have worn the star over the last 28 years are remembered for what they did in the regular season, never for what they did in the playoffs, because you guys have only won 5 playoff games since 1996. You haven't even been to a conference championship since 1996. While Jerry's old ass is scribbling gibberish on a piece of paper and talking about how great the Cowboys are to the media, your division rivals have all seen success in one form or another. Even Washington, who finally got rid of Dan Snyder, a walking essay merchant, to sell the team. You should take notes, by the way. Even your moniker as America's team has fallen off in years. Casual fans don't look at the star and respect it anymore. They look at the star and say, oh, that's the team that Stephen A was clowning on First Take this morning. Haha. You'll turn from a once respected franchise to a clown show that will forever be in limbo while Jones reigns supreme over that team. Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, Mike McCarthy, or any coach or player that you think you could bring in to save this team won't. It's the same self-ignorance and downright denial that is passed down onto fans. Like a mind-controlling fungus that want people to know how great they are, when in actuality, they are doing more harm to the league that they play in than healing. So, you want my advice, Dallas Cowboy fans? Don't be a Dallas Cowboys fan. You don't gotta be an Eagles fan, or fan of any team in our division. But I promise any other team would be better to suffer through than having to suffer a single second of being a fan of this team. To the uncles that want to flex rings that got rust on them at this point, to the bandwagoners that saw VHS tape of Emmitt Smith highlights and got excited, keep the family away. Keep yourself away. And don't pander more to this team nor fan base that will always find a way to embarrass itself. Because every single year, They are simply an accident waiting to happen. Overall, what are your thoughts on Cowboy fans? What is the funniest moment involving a Cowboy fan you've been a part of? I have way too many close relatives that happen to be a fan of this team, and I get to see the same vicious hereditary cycle year in and year out. So excuse me if I'm a little bit numb or pessimistic to seeing any real success grace this team every single year. All right, I hear the same story and I get the same outcome every single year. And I said it before, and I'll say it here again so that it's documented, but Philly Cameron will have kids before the Cowboys win another Super Bowl. Bookmark it. Grab my hat. It's time to get on out of here. I'll see y'all in the next part of Y'all Hate Sports.